Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Ainsley Ehlers.
And I'm Blake Phillips.
The East Alabama Medical Center had the highest number of COVID-19 patients hospitalized this past weekend since mid-August. EAMC had 40 COVID-19 patients hospitalized Friday, 36 on Saturday, 35 on Sunday, 37 on Monday, and 36 on Tuesday. The hospital also recorded the highest number of virus patients on ventilators since August on Tuesday with 9 patients. Auburn University, however, reported the lowest weekly numbers of new COVID-19 cases last week, but medical officials are concerned about the number of new flu cases. Students are being strongly encouraged to get a flu shot.
Auburn University has reached a number of 11 new cases on campus this week, bringing the total amount of confirmed cases to 1,885 for the university. In addition, Lee County experienced 114 new cases in the past 7 days with 66 deaths in total. This brings the county's total to 4,558 cases since September 8th. If you think you have or have come in contact with someone who has COVID-19, please reach out to the University Resource Center at 334-844-6000, as well as by email at covidresourcecenter@auburn.edu.
Students and employees are taking a ride on Auburn's Tiger Transit service this fall have likely noticed several new safety protocols in place amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The most obvious change is the requirement of a mask for all who board, but the transit service has also adapted several other precautions to keep riders safe.
Safety is the highest priority here with transit services, and according to the university's standard and policy for masks, we are requiring all drivers and students to wear masks throughout their trip. And in addition to ensuring safety, we are requiring students to show a Guide Safe green screen on their smartphones prior to entering the buses, and that is one measure that we think is going to make sure that all students and passengers have a safe trip to campus. We are having the drivers periodically throughout the day wipe down what we consider high touch point areas. And high touch point areas are anything that a passenger could touch while they are in transit to campus or to their destination. So this could be guardrails, this could be the back of seats, anything that somebody would touch. We are offering hand sanitizer on the buses, so students do have access to that as well as the drivers. We do have a clear barrier up so students can still approach the drivers while maintaining that safety. We are still offering the same amount of routes. Nothing has changed in regard to what service we do provide to students. So looking to the future, we're really excited in our office because we are going to have new transit buses coming next fall. We are going to have some buses that are electric only, so they won't have that idling loud diesel sound that you do hear right now. That's the traditional bus sound, but in the future we will have a green option as well as a option that has 2-door exits, so you can enter in one door and exit out a side door to help students exit the bus in a little bit quicker manner than the all in, all out method that we are using now, which is kind of old style traditional. So we're really excited about the future. Next fall in particular, with these new buses, we're really excited.
Auburn's Office of Inclusion and Diversity, OID, is partnering with Auburn's men and women's basketball teams to host a Together We Will event next Tuesday, October 27th at 5 p.m. The experience is designed to be a community conversation led by Dr. Clayton and Coach Pearl between student leaders, scholars, and athletes on both teams to explore the complexities and challenges in creating diverse and inclusive communities and the opportunities to foster an inclusive campus environment and experience for all students. This is an in-person, invitation-only event. All attendees must RSVP by Monday, October 26th at 5 p.m. In addition, OID is hosting several other events in respect of October's status as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. On Wednesday, October 21st, OID will host a virtual yoga session from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. The events will continue with a virtual self-defense session with Auburn Campus Safety from 5 to 6, followed by a BurgerFi benefit night from 5 to 8 p.m. OID will resume activities Wednesday, October 28th with a Title IX Lunch and Learn Zoom session from noon to 1 p.m. and conclude with a Chipotle benefit night from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information on these events, visit diversity.auburn.edu.
Auburn University was recently ranked number 82 on Livability.com's list of the best small to mid-sized cities to live in the U.S. The report stated that Auburn isn't just one of the best college towns in the South, it's also an amazing place to live. This Alabama city is full of small town charm, cozy traditions, and yes, lots of team spirit. Auburn's location gives residents quick access to major cities in the surrounding area like Huntsville and Atlanta, is close to Chewacla State Park, and is just a few hours away from the beach. To compile the list, Livability.com analyzed more than 1,000 small to mid-sized cities. They looked at safety, affordability, economic stability, outdoor recreation, accessibility, and community engagement. The list also took an opportunity score into account, including variables like job numbers, broadband access, economic resilience, and growth.
Auburn University has been ranked 20th among U.S. colleges and universities providing outreach and community support on a local, national, and international scale, particularly during this year's coronavirus crisis. The ranking was recently published by Great Value Colleges, a national online information site providing research-based articles and rankings covering various aspects of college programs and services state by state. The criteria for the ranking included the range of community outreach programs, aggregated ranking on the methodology lists, evidence of effective response to the coronavirus, and innovation in outreach programs. Auburn was cited for the global scope of its outreach mission, community partnerships, and effectiveness in providing educational access and improving quality of life for the public. The article also noted the university's swift community responses to the coronavirus crisis, including University Outreach's Protective Mask Initiative.
Coming up, we have a look into the future of Auburn sports.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Kayla Evans. Tonight we have a short recap of Auburn's loss at South Carolina, their plan for this week's matchup at Ole Miss, and details on soccer and more. The Tigers traveled to Columbia this past weekend and were upset by the unranked South Carolina Gamecocks 30-22. Mistakes cost Auburn the game as quarterback Bo Nix threw 3 interceptions, all of which resulted in touchdown drives for the Gamecocks. The team also racked up 89 yards in penalties, with a lot of them coming at crucial times for the Tigers. South Carolina's offense had 481 total yards. Quarterback Colin Hill threw for 272 yards and 1 touchdown. The Gamecocks took the lead late in the third quarter, and Auburn's late-game rally failed as they were unable to score, despite being in the red zone on first down. While the loss was not what the Tigers were hoping for as they traveled to Columbia, there are some positives that came from the game. Running back Tank Bigsby had another solid game with 16 carries for 116 yards and 1 touchdown. This was his second straight 100-yard game in his career for the Tigers. The Tigers plan to use Bigsby more as they develop their run game. The Tigers look to bounce back this weekend as they travel to Oxford, Mississippi to take on Ole Miss in Week 5 of SEC play. Gus Malzahn previewed the matchup on Tuesday, saying he is looking forward to traveling to Oxford. He believes they are a better team than their record entails and emphasizes how strong their offense is. Malzahn said they need to get back to playing good, hard, physical Auburn football. Auburn soccer is on a hot streak as they won their last 2 games in exciting fashion. The Tigers defeated Ole Miss last week after 2 overtimes and defeated Georgia on Sunday, despite having to play a man down the last 35 minutes of the game. After receiving a red card 10 minutes into the first half, goalkeeper Maddie Prohaska was forced to leave the game. Shortly after, Sydney Richards kicked a game-winning PK. Backup goalkeeper Danny Kaufman, who came in the game when Prohaska left, made an outstanding appearance on the field against the Bulldogs. She made 6 saves in the second half and 1 on a free kick. The win brought an Auburn women's soccer team to be the last unbeaten SEC team, and this was also the team's first win against a top 15 team on the road since the win against the Florida Gators on September 22, 2016. Auburn returns to action this Saturday, October 24th, when it will host Kentucky at 6 p.m. at the Auburn Soccer Complex. Auburn volleyball lost to Florida in their first match of the season. Despite a strong fight, the Tigers pulled away to secure the win. This was the Tigers' first match in almost 11 months due to cancellations related to COVID-19. The Tigers' season consists of only 8 games with 2 matches each against Forest Schools. Auburn returns to the court Thursday night with match 2 against the Gators at 7 p.m. in Auburn Arena. That wraps up tonight's sports recap. For more Auburn sports, follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports. Stay tuned for a look in what's in store this coming month of October. I'm Kayla Evans, and this has been your Eagle Eye Sports Update.
Auburn's Fall 2020 graduates will be recognized at the university's Fall Commencement Ceremony scheduled for Saturday, December 12th in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Instead of a larger ceremony including multiple colleges and students, the ceremony will focus on individual colleges, and schools will recognize graduates at set ceremony times, beginning with doctoral students at 8 a.m. Graduates will have the opportunity to walk across the stage, receive their copy of the Auburn Creed from their dean, and pose for photos with their name on the video board. Due to the postponement of the May and August ceremonies, spring and summer 2020 graduates can also participate. For more information, you can visit the commencement website at auburn.edu/academic/provost/graduation.
The Frank Brown Recreation Center is getting into the Halloween spirit by introducing Haunted Zumba on Saturday, October 31st from 8 to 10:30 a.m. Zumba instructors will have 2 free hour-long classes consisting of 15 participants, ages 8 and over. The first class will be from 8 to 9 a.m. and the second 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Spooky costumes are encouraged. COVID-19 guidelines will be enforced with a distance of 6 feet between each participant. You can also register to attend an online Zoom class from 8 to 9 a.m. Pre-register for the event at the Harris Center by October 30th at 5 p.m. Zoom participants will be emailed a link to join the class.
Auburn UPC is hosting a fall fling for students on the campus green tonight from 8 to 11 p.m. There will be a zip line, mini golf, VR games, free food, and a showing of Halloween Town. Students who are attending are required to wear a mask and use the mobile check-in feature on AU Involve.
Auburn Student Government Association and the Auburn Chamber have announced a new partnership, AU10. This partnership is an effort to encourage students to shop local and support local businesses while saving students money. Participating businesses will offer a 10% discount at the point of sale. Students will be asked to show their student ID to receive the discount. These businesses can also be identified by having an AU10 sticker at the storefront or window. The list of participating businesses will be continually updated and posted on the Auburn SGA website.
Our new pet of the week from the Lee County Humane Society is Sylvester, and she is crying out for you to take her home with you. This beautiful little girl is full of spice and everything nice. She enjoys talking the day away with you and nuzzling into your arms for a warm nap. Sylvester would thrive as the only pet in the home, as she wants all your love for herself. Sylvester is 4 months old, vaccinated and microchipped. She is FIV negative and her adoption fee is only $60. Please apply for her today.
We are less than 2 weeks away from the 2020 general election on November 3rd. To learn more on how to register to vote in Alabama and how to apply for an absentee ballot, Eagle Eye's AJ Rivera sat down with Alabama's Secretary of State, John Merrill.
We are just a few weeks away from the general election on November 3rd. Where can Alabama voters go to register to vote?
Well, great question, and it's really, really easy. The easiest way to do it is downloading the mobile app on your phone at Vote for Alabama or visiting our website at alabamavotes.gov. And as long as you have a valid Alabama driver's license, you can join the 1,677,937 new voters that we've had since January the 19th, 2015. And the last day to register before the November 3rd general election is October the 19th. So just 13 days from today. But there's no reason to delay. Go ahead and send your registration information in. Now, the other thing that you need to know is in a state that has voting by mail through the absentee process like Alabama, in order to vote by mail or to vote absentee in person, you have to make application. You can print off the application at alabamavotes.gov. There's a fillable PDF, or you can print out a blank form and fill it out. It must be turned in to the absentee election manager by mail or in person with a copy of your valid photo ID. Then they'll give you a ballot. You vote the ballot, place it in the secrecy envelope, place it in the affidavit envelope, which is the one that swears that you're who you say you are, get it witnessed properly. If you mail it in, you'll put it in the third envelope, addressed to the absentee election manager, and send it in. And then your vote will be opened on November 3rd, and it'll count for the candidate of your choice. All the things we do in Alabama related to the elections are designed to make it easy to vote and hard to cheat.
Make sure to tune in to Eagle Eye on November 3rd for all of your election coverage.
And that's all we have for you tonight, but please be sure to check out these stories and more at our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and follow us on social media. I'm Blake Phillips.
And I'm Ainsley Ehlers. Thanks for watching, and War Eagle.